Welcome to week 15 of the pregnancy update. I am currently pregnant with my fourth baby, and so not only will we be hearing how I am feeling throughout my pregnancy from week 4 all the way to week 40, how long ever I stay
45.
pregnant, 41 weeks, just sobbing. But also you're going to learn what to expect for your pregnancy. How is baby growing in this week of pregnancy? What can you expect symptom-wise of how you might be feeling? And so if you are pregnant, be sure to comment below to let us know how you are feeling so that we can connect with you on your pregnancy journey. So to start, Roxanne, what can you expect with your baby this week?
So week 15, 1-5. So baby during week 15 is about the size of a ring pop. What size does your app say?
Avocado.
Avocado. Maybe a smaller.
6.4 inches long.
Maybe
the
a
size
smaller
of
avocado.
It says large avocado.
Large avocado. That's like a pretty.
How's a ring pop 6 inches long?
Yeah. Maybe with the ring. Avocado,
It's a mystery.
Whichever one resonates with you more, choose that. So during week 15, baby's ears are starting to develop. So they're starting to actually hear you now. So you can sing to baby, read books to baby, whatever you kind of want to do to start talking to your baby, because now they can actually hear what you're saying. Their joints are starting to develop more, so you might start to feel some more movements now in week 15. But as their nervous system develops in further weeks, you might start to feel more and more movements now. Baby is starting to practice breathing more, as well as practicing swallowing and sucking for that sucking reflex so that when baby comes out, they can drink milk. At week 15 is also when your provider might start to offer 2 genetic screening options, the quad screen and the amniocentesis. A quad screen is just a blood test where they're looking at all of these genetic disorders as well as Down syndrome and neuro2 defects. And then depending on your risk factors, you might qualify for an amniocentesis, which is a needle that goes into the abdomen. They draw out some of that amniotic fluid, and then they're able to test that for the same things. Amniocentesis are normally only offered to people who either have high risk for genetic anomalies or they're over the age of 35. It is sometimes offered as well. What is happening to you, though? What is happening to your body in the week 15? So you are starting to continue to have that increased libido. Do it if you have no risk factors. You might start to have more indigestion and heartburn, and this is also due to the lovely hormone progesterone. It's doing a lot of things to your body, progesterone. So it's relaxing your diaphragm, that sphincter that's at the bottom of your esophagus. It's relaxing the valves that are there so that you're having a little bit more heartburn. It's also causing your gums to swell up. So you might notice that when you floss, you might start having bleeding when you floss, but still continue flossing and see your dentist. Now you might have an extra dental cleaning to kind of help with the swollen gums to decrease the risk of cavities and such things that could develop during pregnancy.
So during my first pregnancy, my provider offered genetic screening like much later in my pregnancy. And when I asked them, why do you recommend I take the screening? Because for me, it doesn't matter what the results are. Like I'm already in my 3rd trimester, like this baby is going to be born. And they said, well, one reason that you may want to know if there is something going on with baby is so that you can ensure you're in a facility that has the level of care that they need. So if there's a specific specialist that your baby needs, you can make sure that you're giving birth in a hospital that has that specialist readily available. And so we have certain hospitals by us where if there's a complication with baby, those would be better hospitals to deliver at versus others. And so that could potentially be a reason why someone may want to know what is going on with their baby so they can ensure that the level of care that they need at their birthing facility is available for them. And I thought that was a really good reason and something that reassured me to whether or not I wanted or didn't want genetic screening later on in my pregnancy, which is obviously beyond the 15 weeks.
And it could also be like if you don't want the genetic screening because you feel that it might cause you more anxiety to know the results. Some people choose not to, and they'll just deliver at the hospital that has that higher level of care as a way to kind of offset some stress that they might have. So choose whichever route is better for you. Another thing you might notice now is you might have an increase in appetite because now that morning sickness is gone. You can start to eat more things. And then this comes along with what the heck do you eat during pregnancy? What is safe, quote unquote, to eat during pregnancy? One of our favorite resources for what the heck you can eat during pregnancy is the Prenatal Nutritionist membership. She has like a year-long membership and so much information within that. Will you get the book? So much information within that membership that you can look up. Can I eat oysters during pregnancy? Can I eat clams during pregnancy? I don't think you can eat raw oysters, but I'm pretty sure clams are good.
Cooked, yeah.
But that's a question that if you Google, you may not get very reliable answers, but she is a registered dietitian and has looked into a lot of the research of what you can truly eat. Another really great resource is Real Foods for Pregnancy by Lily Nichols. She has a lot of great books on like what you can eat, and this one comes with some recipes as well. So those are two really great resources that you can utilize to decide what you can truly eat, and then what are the risk factors, risks and benefits of certain foods that might have a little bit increased risk for you to decide whether or not, like deli meat is very widely talked about, like whether or not you can eat deli meat. So check out those resources. We'll link those below. Another thing that some people might start having around week 15 are nosebleeds. And this is just due to, one, your blood volume has almost doubled by this point, and all of that extra blood volume can lead to congestion in your nose as well as increased blood just in this area that can lead to sometimes nosebleeds. And I know Gina had some during her first pregnancy, but I don't know, you haven't had any yet?
I have not had any nosebleeds this pregnancy yet, but I have had a lot of like sinus congestion. So I've been actually doing a lot of lymphatic drainage, and I did ask a specialist about it. Can I do lymphatic drainage? And she was like, oh my God, why do people think that you can't do it during pregnancy? But you can. So I've been using like the tool, like the gusha tool.
Let us know how to say it.
Acai or SI or whatever. So I've been using that. So I've been using Primarily Pure's face oil or serums. And so I'll use the plumping one to help with wrinkles because I'm advanced maternal age now. So I'll put that on, and then I use the tool, but I start at my armpit area because that's kind of where I'm wanting it all to drain to. And so I'll do like my chest with the tool, and then I'll do down my neck, and then I'll kind of like go from the center of my face towards my ears. And that has really been helping with the congestion and also just with this youthful appearance that I have.
Oh my gosh.
But because I'm having a girl, I also have more acne. So I'm hoping that the face serums also help with the acne, which has been a really fun new thing for me this pregnancy. Yeah. They say that girls suck your beauty away.
Yes. I feel like I was the opposite. I had more acne with my boy than with my girls. I was very beautiful with my girls. Lied to me if you remember what I looked like with Joan. Lied to me and tell me, yes, you look beautiful.
But if you want to check out Primarily Pure's tools and their face serums, because I also use their belly balm. I guess it's just a body butter, but I use that on my belly as well. It's my fourth pregnancy. Haven't had any stretch marks yet. Probably just genetics.
Although Gina got the genes, I have stretch
Roxanne
marks.
is related to me and she has stretch marks. So
maybe it's the balm.
Maybe in my one-person study, it's the butter balm. But I use like the lavender one. It has a little bit thicker of a consistency to it, and it has like an oil within it, which rubs on really nice, but because it's thicker, it makes me feel like it's more moisturizing. I don't know if that's true or not, but
no,
I've used it. I've used it for 3 pregnancies now, and it seems to be working. But if you want to check them out, you can use our code MamasteFit to get a little bit of a discount, and we'll link that down below as well.
So how are you feeling otherwise in week 15?
So I'm feeling pretty good. It's very uneventful for me this week. I don't have like any major things to report other than the acne. But I've had a lot more energy, so I've been doing a lot more workouts. I was a little bit busy this week, though, so I didn't do all of the workouts that I was planning on. But I did the cardio portion of the workouts that I did, which is a big deal. Normally,
no one does the cardio. I never did the cardio.
Yeah, normally I only do the strength portion. So our prenatal workouts, we have 2 strength portions, accessory work, and then there's an optional conditioning that's either like a HIIT workout, a WOD, or like go for a walk and do some biking.
No one does
stuff.
it.
Almost everyone is like, see ya, and they leave like when they're done with the strength, to include myself. But this week I had a lot more energy and I did it all. So
well, look at Gina.
Me. Look at me. So my goal for next week is to do all 4 of the strength workouts with maybe their conditioning. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. And maybe I'll even do the optional pelvic stability, pelvic opening workout. That's like our active recovery day in the middle of the week. So,
which I never did. So look at her.
So I'm going to try to work out 5 days, week 16.
All right, we'll find out.
Stay tuned if that happens. But overall, feeling really good. All the food aversions and stuff that I had from first trimester are gone. I don't really have any complaints, which I guess that's always a good thing to have like an uneventful pregnancy. So yeah, overall feeling pretty good. I hope that your week 15 is also very uneventful and you're feeling really energized and feeling overall really good in this honeymoon phase of pregnancy as we move through our second trimester. If you're pregnant, be sure to comment below to let us know how you are feeling so that we can connect with you on your journey as you learn more about my pregnancy journey. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel so you get notified whenever we release new videos. We release one new workout video every week, an educational video every week, and then throughout my pregnancy, we're releasing one of these pregnancy updates as well so you can connect with me as we learn more about you.